Hey, Mark, fake banter for the intro.
That's all I know how to do.
Great.
Good to be here.
Welcome to Tuesdays with
Stories.
Hit her in the face with a surfboard.
And then the duck fell out of his bag.
Surf's up. And she didn't even flush.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Mark Norman and Joe List.
Yeah! This is Tuesdays with Stories, everybody.
No, that's terrible.
This is supposed to be cheesy.
My radio is spitting at me. And I can't choose what I want.
Fantastic. Got a great show. You ready for a great show? All right, guys, from Tuesdays with Stories, Mark Norman and Joe List. Keep going.
Hey, comedy, huh? We're really doing it. Hey, all right, yeah. Okay.
Oh, wow.
How about that? Here.
Too much.
Yeah.
Wow. Gee whiz.
What a room, boy. It really
electric.
booms. This is nice. Gramercy's never sold out. So,
This has taken me back. Boy, remember we recorded the Lost episode right over here.
Oh, yeah.
In this room. It was right after Louis got canceled. We did an episode, and we
Wait.
just went off.
what happened to Louis?
The TV show was on FX. It got canceled.
Oh, great. All right.
He's
Thought he-
fine. But, yeah, we sat over there. I don't know why we were down here.
Yeah, I think the room was taken.
The studio was upstairs, and we just went crazy. We were like, women suck, men rule. I like to rape people. And we went crazy, and then as soon as we finished, we were like, we can't release this. That was insane.
Yeah.
Oh, I got 2 mics. That's fun.
Yeah, the old eps were pretty wild there.
I mean, you know, when the old ones, and we had to be like, we can't put that out.
Oh, yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah, yeah. We still have one recently where we fuck a bunch of retarded kids.
Yeah.
We kept that in. So just imagine what we took out.
Boy, great. How did you guys hear about this? I didn't promote this one time. What happened? How did you guys get here?
Maybe the club has an email list.
Oh, one
Oh, you
time?
did?
Did I say that? Oh, I didn't even know we had the gig until right now. I was late. They're like, where are you? I'm like, at home? What do you mean? Mark's like, there's a liner on the corner. I'm like, where? I don't, but here we are.
Yeah. I thought the line was for Kill Tony. I was confused. But here we are.
He's doing well, huh?
Tony? Yeah.
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 He's
Doing quite
okay.
well. Well, you know, if you're gay in Hollywood, it's pretty good. All right, now. Just kidding. He lives in Austin.
Is the audience mic'd? Because we always kill, and then all you motherfuckers are like, the live episodes are shit. We hate them. We hate each other. We hate ourselves.
Does
Get videos of everybody smiling. We should put the camera on these motherfuckers smiling.
Yeah. Chuck, get a video on the audience. Oh, you
there
got one.
is.
All right.
All
Hey,
right.
this guy's the one guy not smiling, and he's front and center. What the hell? No, I'm just kidding, sir. You were great in Alice in Chains. But, you know.
And also every other band in the 1990s.
Silverchair, the other one.
Oh, yeah. They were fun. We got to bring the heat. This is, if I get one more email saying the live episodes suck, fuck you, don't ever do them again.
Well, Sarah's a real bitch.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Nothing to do with the email. I don't know why you're bringing that up
yeah,
now.
sorry,
but yeah,
sorry.
I agree.
Good
She's
point.
terrible.
Good point. Hell of a
She'll be
mother.
dead soon. 53.
Popcorn. Oh, they serve popcorn here. Always bad when you're bombing. You just hear.
Yeah.
Many years of that. One day I want to get to a place in comedy where there's no blender. You hear that? You're bombing. You hear like. That's a bitch. And then this one. Now that's Louis.
I think that would have been less of a problem if he was jerking guys off behind his shoulder. They wouldn't have cared.
Or it reminds me of my youth. Me and my dad would sword fight, and he would put his cock right over. It was like he was knighting me like a king. And
What do you mean, at a urinal or just like at breakfast?
At the house, we would pee together. It was like a father-son thing.
Well, that's sweet.
Actually, it was a little salty.
Are we getting this? For fuck's sake. That's funny. These people, but we got to tell a story. Do you have a story?
Well, I don't know if it's a story, but I got a bone to pick.
All right, pick it. I think that's a Bobby Kelly, Paul Verzi podcast.
They're still doing it?
Yeah.
All right, no.
Yeah.
No, well, I got no sleep last night. I know I'm talking to new dad here. So
That's all right. If
okay.
you don't sleep, you don't sleep.
People get mad about that. They go, oh, you lost your hand? I lost my arm. You're like, well, the hand still sucks to not have.
Yeah, and you should empathize, so you know.
Yes.
You know what it's like to lose a hand.
Good point. You hear that, minorities? All right, so, no. No. But, so, we got a cat, Greg, a big, fluffy Maine Coon.
Watch it.
Sorry. That's what they're called. And the cat, we can't let the cat in the bedroom at night. You got to keep it out because it'll walk on your face and cut you up and do all the cat stuff.
Yeah.
You can't sleep.
Sounds like a fun pet.
Yeah. It's great everywhere else. You just can't let that fucker in the bedroom at night. And it got in, and it went under the bed. We couldn't get to the cat. So I go, all right, fuck it. It's 2 a.m. We got to go to bed. I got a big day tomorrow. We got to go to bed. 2:45, the cat shits on the bed and licks my ass and bites my ear and scratches the lady. He killed the newborn. It's all ruined.
I don't get cats. I don't get it.
Everything else is great.
It's gay and scratchy. It's just, I see my neighbor. He's like, oh, you don't like my cat? He's all upset that I don't like the cat. Which I don't understand that either. I'm like, but I like you. So why would I just like all the things that you have in your life? It doesn't make any sense.
Yes. I don't like your kid.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, you like me. I don't make you wear my fucking socks and clean up my cum.
Well, yeah.
Those are off the top of my head. That's not the best metaphor. And I do that, actually.
Yes.
On
I
his
get
birthday.
it. You're allowed to not. You don't have to like the cat. It's all gravy. People I know have dogs. I hate their dogs. But this thing, I got no sleep, and the cat is smart because I would get up every 2 hours because I couldn't sleep. So now I'm up at 4, and I would get up and try to grab it. He would go back under the bed because he knows I'll take him out.
Yeah, I don't know why you want that in your life. Oh, this is what I was going to say. Every time I see my buddy Steve, he looks like fucking Richie Tenenbaum in Royal Tenenbaum. Like after he's all sliced up in the wrist. That's an old reference, but I mean he's got scratches all over his arms. I'm like, oh yeah, I was playing with the cat. I'm like, that's awful.
That sucks.
I think about it like needle, like the idea of a fucking a cat claw.
Yes.
Penetrating skin and dragging
it's
down.
Bad.
It's worse than chalks on a scratch board. Nails on a. I haven't slept in months. But tell me more about your cat.
Yeah, chalk statin. But yeah, it sucked. So I got no sleep. Then eventually, I went old school. That son of a bitch jumped on the windowsill. He forgot, and I did the full-on scruff of the neck. And I got that piece of shit out of there, and he's doing like that, you know, when you got the cat up there, they freeze.
When you said windowsill, I thought you were going to say you clapped into him. Like just fucking right out the window. Tears in heaven, send him down.
I tried that. He landed on his feet.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I got the full scruff and Jazzy Jeff that Nazi right into the hallway and gave her one of these and slammed the door.
Now, what do you do with the baby and the cat? Because the cat's going to want to claw his eyes out.
Well, I've been watching some videos about this, and apparently the cats get it. They go,
really?
oh, he's nice, he's harmless, I'll nuzzle.
Okay, well, that's good. But you got to cut those claws every couple days.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you do the claw cutting yourself?
Well, we get a guy comes in with a van, and you give him the cat. It's like a pedophile. And you give him the cat, he slides the door closed, you come back in an hour, and the cat's like crying, and he's like, don't ask. And they cut the nails, they cut the hair, they cut the tail, they brush his teeth, they floss him, and they neuter him.
No kidding. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a gig.
It's pretty good. It's just some guy from Brooklyn. He's like super gay, and he's kind of catty. He's got like a cat, he's got crazy nails, and he's like, ooh, sugar, you know, and then he snips that bitch up.
Butthole exposed, or?
The guy or the cat?
The guy. Well, the cat, always.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when he turns around, you're like, oh, there's that old brown eye.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated with people that get into animal. Like, it's just so insane. I don't understand any, like, going to, like, vet school to be like, all right, we're going to start practicing giving a shot into a cat's stomach.
Oh, that's
and you're
horrible.
just like, oh, it's like, "Rah!" It's mind-blowing to me that people want to cut the nails of cats.
I'm with you, and I always say that. I tried to write a bit about this. The veterinarian is the biggest animal lover of all time. 80% of their job is killing animals. Isn't that strange?
I don't know about 80.
Well, that's, it's
80 seems high.
50?
I think they give pills and they do eye charts and everything like that. I think they do a lot of stuff.
I feel like I can give a cat a pill. You put it in the hot dog or whatever, or my asshole.
You gotta prescribe the pill. You can't just get pills off the streets.
Right. I'm just saying, a lot of being a vet. Do we have any vets here? Vietnam? No. A lot of vets, they euthanasia. They give it the shot. The thing twitches like a seizure and then dies.
Yeah. I don't know. This is why I don't have pets. I don't want that thing dying in my house, and then you gotta be sad about a stupid thing.
Well, you ever had a pet? Because it's kind of like a baby. We all hated babies the last 10 years. Oh, never having a kid, fuck kids, and now you like the kid.
Well, I like dogs. Dogs I like. Cats are retarded. I don't understand it. They're just... But I had fish when I was a kid. I had 2 fish.
Fish? Come on!
Yeah, no.
That's like me getting a blow-up doll. Like, I got a girlfriend.
No, fish is a pet. It was Mickey and Tiger.
Ah,
That's sweet. I was a boy. I was like 7.
Is this why you don't eat fish?
Well, my mother, I eat fish.
Oh, okay.
I eat pussy. That's like, no, I eat fish all the time.
True.
Yeah, I love salmon and the other fish. Haddock, big haddock.
Oh, haddock. I like to lay in those. So, hey, good hat. Haddock.
But anyways, I had Mickey and Tiger. You guys don't care. But I remember I liked him. My mother was also allergic to cats and shit and horses, whatever the fuck. Anyway, I think we were poor also. I think my mother just made it up because we had no money. She was like, I'm allergic to everything but goldfish for 30 cents a piece.
That's smart.
But I remember my mother like calling and sitting me down and being like, I want you to tell you something. I gotta, let you know. I don't want you to be okay. She had the hand on the shoulder. She's like, we can make you mac and cheese, your favorite food. You can whatever. And she's like, Mickey died.
Ooh.
And I was like, oh, all right, yeah, all right. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's like and I felt bad that she was like, must have been like walking around all day being like, I gotta give him the speech. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. It's a fish. Who gives a shit?
It doesn't do anything.
Yeah. And then also I had my sister had a rabbit, Presto.
Wow.
Yeah. And
that's a real pet. I mean, that's a cage, there's fur, there's poo pellet.
I know, the little Cocoa Puff shits. And Presto died. And then my sister was all upset. She was like, oh, like a black lady at a funeral. She was like, oh, God. Oh, like we were fanning her.
Yeah.
And after like an hour, I was like 9 or something. I was like, it's a rabbit. I don't get it. And that was like, you motherfucker, you don't know. And I was in the doghouse, and then my parents made me go apologize. Remember how horrible it was when someone made you apologize as a kid?
Of course.
Recently?
Yeah.
It's just like such a bummer. And you're like, I would rather do anything than walk down there and apologize. And then you look at your shoes, and you're like, I'm sorry, I made fun of your rabbit. But obviously, it's crazy. It's a rabbit. Who gives a fuck?
Oh.
But she was very upset, but it's a rabbit.
Yeah.
You can't even. There's not even a noise for a rabbit.
That's
true. There's no like meow or. Well, I have the baby now. I'm like the doggy says woof woof woof, and then we go to rabbit, and you're like, there's not a rabbit.
Yeah, they really got Bugs Bunny out of that, but that doesn't even work.
Yeah,
Bugs is cool. He's digging a tunnel. He's wearing a lady makeup.
All the cool things.
Yes.
And he's from Brooklyn too. He's like a Brooklyn rabbit.
Yeah. Was he a Jew?
No. Come on, you watch your tongue.
Yeah, you're right. He was
no way.
He was too likable.
No way. My Bugs is a Jew. Yeah.
All right. Good point. Good point.
Never saw him go. Elmer.
Well, wait a minute now. I think.
Not under new ownership, by the way. We're safe.
Oh yeah. Well. Comedy club. The odds are good, but I think Bugs is based off Groucho.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Who's the King Jew?
Yeah, true. Well, he was wisecracking. I don't know. Can we get a Chuck? You're over there. Can we get
You got a Google? Oh, wait.
Bugs?
Syracuse is already on it. He's Google bitch. You're good, Chuck.
Yeah, but I don't think so. He doesn't feel.
Now you
Jewish.
mentioned, I think women like animals. Like your sister, my lady. She's got a rabbit. She's got a cat. My lady's allergic to cats. Still got a cat. That's
Yeah.
how much she likes animals.
Wow.
But the biggest one for women, horses.
They love a pony.
Women love horses, and I wonder if the big cock is part of it.
I was thinking that. As soon as you said horse, my thought went to the same place.
Exactly.
Walked like a horse, hung like a horse.
Yes. You can
Horse.
ride it.
They are whores.
Oh.
Just kidding. Sorry.
Hey. All right.
Hey.
What do you got there, Google bitch?
No service.
Oh. He's based on Groucho, so Bugs is a big heeb.
Wait, what is it?
There you
Oh.
go.
But that doesn't mean Bugs is Jewish.
Well,
You can be based on Groucho and not Jewish. Look at you.
yeah, all right, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I don't think Bugs is
All right,
This is
Daffy seems more Jewy.
the lisp.
The lisp, he's
Just
complaining.
Oh boy, this is. I think we've crossed the line somewhere. It's getting
All right,
weird
all
over
right.
here. We are in the Upper West.
Okay, all right, you're right.
Getting a lot of looks.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, it looks like Bugs is Jewish.
He's a cartoon. Who the hell knows?
Yeah. Meep meep. I always liked Wile E. Coyote, and I liked his name. It was Wile E. Coyote.
Yes.
That was fun, and it was just really meep meep, and he just ran by. That was great.
Mel Blanc was a genius.
Absolutely. I like things you don't have to think about. He's running, the other guy's chasing him, he knocks him on the head. That's gold.
But there's some great comedy. He goes off the cliff, and then he waits there, and then he looks down, and then he falls.
Yeah.
That's fun. Or he's a sign that says, "Oh, fuck," or whatever it says, you know?
Well, I remember watching a Bugs where he's playing baseball, and he's the catcher, and his arm extends in front of the hitter, and he catches it, and they go, strike, before he can swing.
Good
And I was like,
times.
that's a good bit.
Good bits. Good bits.
Plus all the Jap stuff, that was gold.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
You ever watch those?
Oh,
Good
yeah.
Lord.
They did not hold back.
Yeah.
How about the Black Crows? Not the band.
Oh, I was
Remember those crows that were like three black guys?
Vaguely.
What?
This kid's 11. He remembers.
Yeah,
I feel
you
like an
remember
idiot.
that? Yeah, this kid likes Faces of Death or whatever, you know? I think the Black Crows, they had to yank it because it was too, on the nose. No offense, Jews, with the nose coming. But,
Yeah, no, I don't really recall that. I haven't watched a cartoon in a minute. I gotta get back in there. I
No
guess.
hentai?
Hentai?
Yeah.
What's hentai?
That side knows about hentai.
Yeah, what's going on over here with the hentais?
Women, do ladies, you know about hentai? Yes. Oh, hey. She
What the
does
fuck
anal.
is hentai?
It's Japanese porn that's animated.
Oh. Animated porn. Oh, okay.
It's a lot of tentacles and whatnot.
Oh. That's a lot of tacos. 10 tacos.
Oh, I see.
Okay, this side is dominating over here. Thank you. The 9 virgins over here really getting it in. Thank you. Boy, we really have a type, don't we? There's like 3 different kinds of guys, and that's it. Just
I like
a few
it.
women sprinkled in, but yeah.
Yeah, hey, bring it on. Well, once Cumtown ended, we scooped.
Big scoop. Big scoop. Can I tell a quick story?
Oh, yeah,
It's like-
please.
I don't know if it's a story, but to me, it was like one of these things where I'm like, my fucking head is blown to pieces. But I feel like when I tell the story, which I haven't told to anyone yet, they're going to be like, all right, I guess.
Sure, hit me, fatty.
So you might have to punch up, because to me, this is like the craziest story I've ever heard ever in my whole life. But I feel like I know stories, and this one's going to be like, oh, okay.
all right,
But
all right.
if
we'll
you were
punch.
there, it was like me and Matt Wayne were blowing each other before the story happened. Just nothing to do with that. But
All right.
so I love Famous Amos cookies.
Oh, very good.
You like Famous Amos?
Little hard for my taste, but I like it.
I mean, it is hard. I don't usually like a hard cookie. I prefer a soft cookie. But there's something fun. I like a cookie you don't have to bite into. You just Goop.
You pop it right in.
Exactly, like a load. Just all right in at once.
Yes.
You chew it up, you gargle it, you swallow it. So that's...
Famous anal.
Just kidding, yeah.
Oh,
famous anus. So I love Famous Amos.
Famous
but
anus.
That's
it.
I noticed they're not on the market too much anymore. You don't see Famous Amos all that much.
The mini bag.
Yeah, a little bag.
Yeah. I've seen them around.
A little bit. Okay. But they're hard. Are you guys seeing Famous Amos? You are. What is it? Not as much. Thank you, Giannis. Greek? Same shit. It's all Mediterranean, hate women. Yeah. Tan. Well, anyways, I don't see it as much. I love it. And you get a hankering sometimes.
Sure.
So I'm on the highway. I'm driving back from Baltimore with Matt Wayne. We did Magoobies. Great. Whatever.
Comedy club.
Yeah, it's okay. So we're driving back, and it's like morning time, and it's like 11 a.m., and I'm like, I'd kill for some Famous Amos right now. We go to a rest stop, and I'm like, I got a hankering for Famous Amos. I hope they have it, but no one ever has it anymore.
Yes.
So we're walking around looking at the snacks. There's this cookie, this cracker, this black guy, this whatever.
What are you at, like a CVS?
No, it's like a rest stop. Fucking whatever. Rest stop.
The one with
place.
the McDonald's, the Starbucks, and the Dairy Queen.
And there's a bodega. There's like a 7-Eleven thing.
Yes.
So I'm walking around. There's no Famous Amos, and I'm like, I'm not gonna get anything. No Famous Amos. As we're leaving, this is unbelievable.
Oh boy, you met Amos?
No Amos. Andy. No, I'm walking out. That was an old reference. There's just it almost felt like a trap, like a Vietnam when you see like the kid sees the stuffed animal and it blows his arms off.
Sure.
And it's kind of funny in a weird way.
Yeah.
It's like just the Famous Amos bag just sitting amongst other chips and stuff. No aisle, no anything.
What?
Just one Famous Amos bag, like an angel hovering.
What, on the floor?
No, on top of like other Doritos, Cheetos, peanut butter crackers, just a single bag. It's like somebody came in and was like, ooh, and like ran away.
Wow, weird.
And I picked up the bag and I looked all over. We're like, this is crazy. I was like pushing Matt. I'm like, a Famous Amos. And he's like, how is this possible? Did you see that? No. The story sucks. I was looking everywhere. But you see one bag? I swear to God.
Pretty crazy.
We went into there's a 7-Eleven, and then there's also like the independent hip cookie store.
Yes.
That's where it was.
Yes.
So I was like, maybe this is from 7-Eleven. So we walked into 7-Eleven. We searched up and down, up, over, black, white.
Wow.
Closet.
Boy, I got to tell you, sobriety sounds fun.
No. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
No, another Famous Amos in sight.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So, and then...
I mean, that's wacky.
So, then who walks by but a gorgeous woman?
Oh.
And I say, hey, would you like to suck my dick for this bag? And she sucks me off.
Whoa!
Swear to God. She sucks me, and as she's sucking me off, I'm flicking the cookies up and catching them.
Oh, wow.
And another woman comes over and she says, what are those, Famous Amos? And I said, yeah, would you like a bite? And she goes, yeah. And I said, well, you better suck me off too, bitch. So now I got two women sucking me off.
Wow.
Swear to God.
Wow, what a rest stop.
And I say, what's your name? And she says, Amos.
Whoa.
True story. No, but anyways. There was one bag of Famous Amos.
That's crazy.
Just a single bag.
Wild.
So I took it. I was like,
I hope so.
Yeah.
What if you just go, that's crazy. All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
But I was like, I don't know where to pay because there's not another bag. So I was like, I think this is kismet.
Yes.
And I got the bag and ate the Famous Amos.
Well, what does that go for?
What do you mean?
You stole it?
I took it. Yeah, because I was like, there's no other bag. I don't think anyone sells it. I literally think an angel came down, a famous angel, and just left it there.
That is pretty nuts.
If you were there, you'd be like, wow.
It feels like a trap or a scavenger hunt or
It was
something.
great. It was a scavenger cunt, and it blew my mind. But yeah, best bag I ever had.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now
that's a story,
now
folks.
let's hear him say it was a bad episode.
Aha.
Unbelievable.
Wow. How about that? I can't top that.
It's like no one can. I mean,
Yeah, that's up there with the machine.
I mean, that's my machine.
That's your machine story.
Absolutely. People are going to be throwing bags of Famous Amos at me for the rest of my life.
Bring this cum guzzler, a couple of Famous Amos. You see him on the road.
Please.
We got a new thing, Chipotle and Famous Amos to close it out.
And Starbucks.
Sure.
By the way, I had this last night. A guy messaged me and he was like, what do you prefer now, Chipotle or Starbucks? And I said, you don't have to bring me a gift, but Starbucks for sure. And then he brought it, and he was very nice. He palms me the Starbucks. He's like, there's $50 to Starbucks. And I go, oh my God, thank you so much. I was at the Fat Black Pussycat, and he goes, the only thing is, I wonder if you could do me a favor. I got a 16-year-old kid here. We're dying to see the show. We bought tickets. We traveled just to see. I got the gift card. And he's like, but they said they can't let a 16-year-old in.
Oh, interesting.
And so I said, I'll talk to Liz, the who runs the club.
The GM.
I text Liz, and I'm like, you got to get me this 16-year-old in here because I got the Starbucks.
Oh, the old... Cut that.
She goes, just bleep it. That way you don't know who he said.
Yeah, there's a couple comics that could be, actually.
Yeah, there you go. Absolutely. Just bleep. No big deal. We're talking about one of the pedophile friends we have. No biggie. There's a handful.
Hey, folks, this story is brought to you by BlueChew. You want to get hard and stay hard, you're going to need the BlueChew. They're a unique online service that sends ED medicine straight to your front door with the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra. All black chicks I dated. It's super effective, but just a fraction of the price. No matter what mood you're in, BlueChew will make sure you're always ready for action. Look, nothing works anymore. Everything sucks. This works. It tastes good. It's chewable. It comes in a sleek little leather pouch. Not leather, what the hell am I talking about? Plastic pouch. You can put that puppy right in your pocket. You need half of this thing that works. They probably won't be saying that, because then you'll eat less of them. But these things work, folks. Just be cautious. You know, be safe. You'll be hard, and if you don't get laid, then you can rub one out later. Just sign up at BlueChew.com. Meet with one of our licensed medical providers, and if you're approved, you'll get your prescription in just days. BlueChew wants you to help. BlueChew wants to help you have better sex. Discover your options at BlueChew.com, and we've got a special deal for the gays with try BlueChew free when you use promo code Tuesdays at checkout. Just pay the $5 for shipping. Wow! Come on, folks, free boners. That's BlueChew.com, promo code Tuesdays to receive your first month free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. We thank BlueChew for sponsoring the show. And in the words of my old pal, Ali Wong, nothing is a bigger compliment than a boner. There you go. Get on it. Hey, folks, do this story is brought to you by BetterHelp. Oh, yeah, you got to make time for yourself. You are just as important as your partner and your kids in the big work meeting. BetterHelp's online therapy teaches you to prioritize yourself so you don't burn out. You'll learn to set healthy boundaries, say no, and figure out what you actually want to say yes to. It's 100% online, so you can do therapy from home, from your car, whatever works. You got to do therapy. I'm a big put myself off guy. I'll focus on the lady, the fans, the queeps, the gays, the Jews. What about you? You're the one with shit in your ass crack and snot in your nose. Get yourself some help. And it's easy, convenient. You don't have to drive anywhere. You don't have to look anyone in the eye. Good Lord. That's why I want to need therapy in the first place. Get started quick and easy. Take a nice easy quiz about why you're signing up for therapy and what you hope to get out of it. BetterHelp will match you with a licensed therapist, and you'll be on your way to feeling happier. Never skip therapy day with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/Tuesdays today to get 10% off your first order. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Tuesdays. Get on it, gays.
But anyway, what the hell story was I telling?
You got a 16-year-old blowing you.
Oh yeah, the 16-year-old. So I texted Liz and I was like, no sweat, and I'm like, you gotta help me out here because this guy just palmed me some money, and they came all this way, and they're hungry and poor and tired.
Sure.
Liz goes, I can't let a 16-year-old into a nightclub. That's insane. And then I just hid in the back and never saw him again.
Yeah.
I was just like, all right, what do you
Yeah,
got?
your hands are tied. What can you do?
Yeah, I'd like to tie up a 16-year-old.
Sure.
Just kidding.
Boy, tying women to train tracks is over, huh? You don't see that anymore.
It doesn't have to be.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be. That's true. But I feel like that was like every Tuesday. There was a woman on train tracks, and
That was big, yeah.
what a weird way to kill somebody. It's so slow. You gotta. Oh, there's a 1 o'clock going to Poughkeepsie. All right, I'll tie her up now, and I'll get lunch.
Plus, how do you tie onto the track? There's nothing to tie to.
Good point.
You'd have to, because you can't, there's no like underneath.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
also, I don't know how to do knots. I could tie a shoe and that's it.
Don knots. I was a Cub Scout, and I can't even do a knot, but I did get molested.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't know how to tie the thing. Whoa, Oreos are coming around.
Whoa.
Can you buy Oreos here?
Do they sell Famous Amos is the question.
Yeah. That would be something. There's a reverse Oreo over there.
Oh, yeah.
There's a black guy between two white guys. Reverse Oreo.
I think
That's
he's
like an
Hispanic,
old
actually.
Gag. Are you Hispanic? Hispanic? Milano.
Oh, mulatto.
That's not the right term.
What is the right term? Octoroon?
Biracial.
Oh!
Jesus Christ. What am
All right.
What am I working with Bob Dole over here? Get the times.
I'm curious. What is it? What is it? Swirl? I don't know anymore. Fusion? Who can keep up?
We just call it a Derek Jeter.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Good times.
Is our big hot guest over there?
No, we got another 5 to do, because those cunts on Reddit are going to go, it's always different than the regular episodes, yada, yada,
I know, and they hate this particular guest.
Yeah, well, who doesn't? Wait till you see this guy, you're going to go, oh, yeah, we hate him.
Yeah, there's going to be a few people that, but this is the thing, you never see the people that are so vicious online, but you know they are in here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You look at the comments, you look at Reddit, you look at your tweets, you look at your wife's diary. There's always somebody who's like, they suck, that guy blows, we hate that guy, he ruins everything.
That's true.
And they're amongst us right now.
Yeah.
Like, somewhere they're in here just going, that motherfucker, Famous Amos, you piece of shit.
I'm looking at you, Chuck. I think you're stirring the pot. No. Speaking of diary, you know, I've just been doing some research on Anne Frank for a bit. They've been taking out sex stuff.
Taking out sex stuff? What do you mean?
She was a 14-year-old girl. She was diddling. She was hooking up with boys and stuff. And she would write about it, and they lifted it so it wouldn't be too sexual.
No kidding. So in the diary, she's like, I blew 2 buddies the other day.
Yeah.
For a Famous Amos.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, I jerked off an SS officer. I hurt him. He said he's going to kill me. I don't know. But like,
no kidding. Wow. Good for you, Anne.
Yeah. So they took it out. Otto, her dad, Otto Frank, was like, let's lose that, which I think was smart because that book would be porn now. Like, I read that book in 8th grade.
Right. Yeah, that'd be spicy.
It'd be hot, yeah. Because you wouldn't even think about the Nazi part. You'd be like, hey, check out page 8. They're stuck together.
Right. Now, is he the Otto of Autobahn? Is that him? A different Otto. Or is he Otto and George?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
That's an old reference, too. He was a comedian in the 80s.
Yeah. Autobahn. Is that a guy?
I don't know. It's probably automobile. And Bond is like,
oh, yeah, good point.
Road, car road or something.
Otto, you don't hear that name.
No.
OTTO. But yeah. Well, I was thinking about this, too. Speaking of dads, Otto. My friend had the dad who would get drunk and come home and beat him.
Nice.
Like in Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
You know, remember in Good Will Hunting, he's like, my dad would come home pissed drunk and he'd put down a wrench, a bat, and a
belt.
A belt, yes, a Hot Wheel track or whatever it was. And he's like, I always went with the wrench.
Yeah, I never got that part.
That's
my
horrible.
least favorite part of the movie.
Horrible writing. And then
I'm like, so your dad beat you with a wrench and you're not like deformed and retarded now? Your dad's a pussy. Like you should be in a wheelchair.
Or he's too drunk, he kept missing, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, that part of the movie was always bothered me. I'm like, I don't understand. Your dad beat you with a wrench when you were a boy?
Yeah.
And he's like, anyways, yeah, I'm just look like this now. He should be like, my dad beat me with a wrench.
Yes, exactly.
He should be wheeling around, not a genius.
Right. Yeah, Stephen Hawking's dad beat him with a wrench, I think.
Right. Yes.
But yeah.
But anyways.
But my point is, I was thinking about that in the shower today and jerking off, but I was like, why? What a weird impulse. We've all come home hammered, and you go, hey, what's in the fridge? Hey, I'm going to play Duck Hunt. Hey, I'm going to rub one out, watch porn. I never would have an impulse like, I'm pretty shit-faced. Let me beat up a kid. Isn't that weird?
You're swimming out of your lane here. You don't have the kid yet. Wait till you get home and see this kid.
Okay, well.
They shit in their pants. What are you supposed to do?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Fucking let them know.
Yeah, all right.
You can't be shitting in your pants. You gotta, you know?
Yeah. All right, well,
But I think
I'll
the
check back.
dad hates... what happens is your wife blows you and fucks you on your birthday.
Oh, yes.
The wife loves you, and then they have a baby, and now you're always number 2 for the rest of your life.
Got it.
At number 2 at best.
Right.
They couldn't like their uncle and their dad and your podcast co-host more than they like you. And then you come home and you go, you motherfucker. They resent the son, I think. And also in those days, most dads, they weren't doing this for a living. We go home and we're like, oh, that was great. We got dopamine and serotonin. These guys are roofing and plumbing. They're cutting their fingers. They're falling off roofs. And then they come home. Their wife is fat. Their son is crying.
Right.
And they got to beat them with a tire iron.
Yeah.
Like,
That's a good point.
We're not beating our kids with tire irons because we're telling cum jokes for money.
Yeah, good point. And the dad maybe could have been a podcaster, but he's like, I can't do it now because you ruined me.
He could have been a radio. He could have been something. Yeah, but I know our friend. His dad must have hit him in the face with some kind of pipe because his face is all long and flat and ugly.
Oh, yeah. The nose came in, though. The nose stayed.
Yeah, it's a disgusting face and one of the worst bodies. And he's over here if you want to see him. Come on up.
Oh, Ari Shaffir, everybody. Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Come on. Get out of here. Look at that. Hey, get out, sit down, you fat Jew. There we go.
You got a microphone?
Yep.
Now let me ask, were you beaten?
Nice.
Did your dad hit you with a Torah or a dreidel?
One time I overslept the high holiday services. And,
boy.
I came home, I just woke up, and I was like, Dad, I'm sorry. And then it was like, wabop.
Wow, wait, high holiday. What's that, 420? All right.
Yeah,
Hitler's birthday.
What happened?
I didn't get a chance to eat.
Oh, wow! Holy shit! Oh!
That's unbelievable.
Wow!
How did that
How did he do it?
Where did you go? Did you go to the rest stop?
I'm so sorry. I know it's rude to eat on air, but what's going on?
That's unbelievable.
Wow.
Where did you find these?
Famous Amos, they're everywhere.
Come on.
Famous Amos?
Let's see.
Oh, there you go.
Let's see.
That a boy, Cobain.
I never touched this stuff.
Good to have you.
It's the first meal he's eaten in 6 years.
Very dry.
Look at that. All right.
Pass them along.
Famous.
That's
How
the
did you do it?
There's only-
Where'd they have those?
What?
Where'd they have those?
Anywhere they know an Amos, they got Famous Amos.
Wow.
I'm okay. I don't like them.
Now
Mark's in shape.
Me either. I never touch them. But
The problem is there's only 4 of those in the bag. They really skimp on that.
now we were
you
talking.
could always just get another bag if you really can't. It's just too short on them. There's like plenty of bags.
This is like a magic trick. Unbelievable. Hey!
Hey! Yeah!
You're the next one to get married.
Yeah. Or diabetes, but either way.
Now, let me ask you this, because Mark here was just talking about how Anne Frank was blowing guys and the diary was filled with sexual escapades. And then we were talking dads. Now, these can combine. Your father is a survivor.
Yeah.
I don't want to bring the crowd down here, but I'm sure you can
Well,
make
no, he
light of that.
survived. That's a good story.
That's true.
Yeah.
And he makes great cookies.
Well, it's not a good story if you're the Nazi.
Yeah, you're right. They got him in the end.
One got away.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot got away. It's not like, you know.
Yeah, it's probably a couple here, unfortunately.
Yeah, they really stopped at 59 home runs on that.
But yeah. Did your dad's... Because the moil will suck the kids...
That's not the main job.
Oh.
The main job is to cut it, which, by the way, everyone just like skips over that like that's nothing.
What do you mean?
Like the sucking is the problem, but slicing a dick is like, yeah, whatever on that.
Well, I mean, if you cut your kid's toenails, it's normal. If you suck on his toes until he comes, that's a little weird.
True.
Until he comes. You didn't go to bar mitzvah. You went to some other thing.
Well, it was something. I don't know.
I know it was in June. I don't remember exactly what it was.
Now, I've probably asked you this before, but did you ever have to, like, deal with your dad being like, oh, yeah? Was that hard for you? I was in the Holocaust. Like, did he ever hang that over your head?
Pulling the old Donald Trump card on us. No, he never did that.
I see. You're like, the train was late. He's
Yeah,
like,
he was like, well, yeah, it's a good thing. You should be so lucky.
Because I feel like I would not be able to hold that in.
Well, here's what got me. He was a paratrooper in the Israeli army. And
whoa.
Arabs, there was a Geneva Accord where you couldn't like shoot up parachutes too easy. You had to like let them land and then shoot them. And then, but he was like, you know, he would just do it anyway. And so then I wanted to go skydiving, and he's like, "Oh, really? Gonna have some dude strapped to your back and nobody's shooting at you?"
Whoa.
See?
So I never
That
went.
would be me. I would be the worst dad ever. Luckily, I've never faced any adversity in my life, so my son doesn't have to worry.
You are a dad, though.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm never going to be like, well, I did have to walk to school, and back in my day, people could call you like, you know, gay slurs, and it was no big deal.
Sure.
Now I think this kid will be like, oh, someone called me a dork, and
Yeah, we went to see
suspended
the
now.
what's it called? What's the Full Metal Jacket?
Yes.
A lot of gay slurs in that early on.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the N-word is used pretty liberally also.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
And we went and saw, I mean, I told this on last week's episode too, but we went and saw Full Metal Jacket 35 millimeter film, which sounds fun. You're like, oh, romantic. It's shit. It's just a shitty, it's all scratched up. It's like, like the sound cut out.
Yeah.
And there's just like squares and scratches all over. You're like, we're just seeing a bad version of a movie.
Looks like someone sneezed on the film.
Yeah.
Right. It's like fucking Madonna now.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Right. She was.
But they don't tell you.
Right.
They're like, you get to fuck prime Madonna, and then you get there, and you're like, wait, what? Why does she have a fake ass and a mustache? I made up the mustache, but it seems like maybe. But that was fun. Also, you completely forgot about it.
I
too.
did forget about it.
Well, you're getting old.
Yeah, and I'm a pothead, and I don't care about people.
There you go. No. What's going on with pot? Because I was taking edibles for a while, and I couldn't remember shit, so I stopped.
You sound like such a narc.
Narc Mormon.
What's going on with pot?
Well, it's
I
fucked my
heard
brain
it's
up.
sweeping the nation.
Reefer madness.
You can play piano too fast and then fuck a white woman.
That sounds pretty good. But yeah, I couldn't. I had no recall. You know, you'd be like, "What's the name of that movie with the Asian? We love you long time?" And I'm like, "Sir Mix-a-Lot, Two Live Crew." I don't know.
That's a real thing. You got to slow down once in a while.
So you do take breaks.
Yeah. Or I just continue to forget and somehow fail up because my friends are famous.
Well, I think when you get older, the booze and the weed and the cigarettes. Also, what's this new development? You lit up a fucking cigarette. We finished watching the movie. It's like we fucked. He pulls a cigarette out and lights it. He's 53.
Yeah.
He just started smoking.
50. He barely exaggerating. It's the worst kind of exaggeration. Just say 100.
That is the best way to someone's weight or age.
So
Just
mean.
exaggerate a few years.
Give somebody 2 extra pounds.
Yeah.
You're like, no, but sort of.
His nose is 5 inches.
You're 51 now.
Yeah, I fucking picked up cigarette smoking again. It sucks. It's so dumb.
It's like
So
borderline retarded to
yeah.
start smoking cigarettes in your 50s. It's like insane. It's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life.
Borderline Retarded is my favorite Madonna song. Borderline Retarded.
Yeah, I can't defend it in any way.
No, okay.
I just smoke when I travel.
So what's the first cigarette? You went to Europe?
I went to Europe, I buy a pouch, and then I'll smoke. This time Australia, I'll smoke there. And I just leave it there.
You
then
roll them.
Yeah, rollies.
So they
dude.
got their hooks in you.
They got me hooked. Yeah, I came home, I was like, I'll have one, and then one more, and then fucking half a pack a day.
So what's the plan? What do you do now?
Die of cancer. I'm not quitting.
Hell yeah.
I can feel it growing inside me.
Mark, do you ever smoke?
I tried it once, and I was like, hey, I look pretty cool. I coughed.
You
but
do look cool.
You do look cool. You feel cool, but I don't want to go out and buy another thing.
Yeah.
This is what's annoying.
You know about that.
Marcus reason if I can not smoke.
This is the thing about cigarettes, and I always said this as a kid, like, they are cool.
Yes.
So cool.
And that's the problem, because cigars I love, they're great, but they're not cool. You look like a pretentious fucking asshole.
You can
Just
make a
be like,
cigar
"Oh, that's
cool."
another thing. Let me just tell you one fucking story. And you look like a dipshit. And
don't
cigarettes
know.
are cool.
I started watching Sex and the City again from season
Oh,
one.
me
I've
too.
never seen it. What a dumb show.
Oh, he tricked him.
Wow.
You should see the new version.
So dumb. Well, actually, the new version really speaks to the old version because once you realize the redhead is just a lesbian, you're like, her anger makes sense.
Right.
She has to go out with these fucking dudes she's not attracted to, so of course she's gonna be a bitch the whole time.
I have to say, I like the show. I find it pretty humorous.
Big
too.
would light up a cigar while they have to leave all the time. He'd be like, come on, get ready already, and just be lighting up a cigar. I'm like, you're leaving in a minute.
Right.
Oh, yeah. This is your problem with the show?
My main problem. Yeah. So, as a cigar smoker, that's my biggest issue with the show. Such a waste of cigars.
Well, there's people that smoke like that. They like walk up the street with a cigar. Like a cigar, you gotta sit for 90 minutes
sit.
Yes.
and talk.
Love to sit.
Whatever. Yeah, you gotta sit.
Yeah, I agree. But I don't think you look like a dipshit. We were smoking at the bachelor party. We were having a great time.
That looked great. That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it just feels very pretentious.
All smoking is cool.
I mean, if you...
Yeah.
Crack.
Yeah.
You ever see somebody smoking crack and go, lame?
No, it is pretty cool.
By the way, crack is back.
Crack's back.
I see crack all over my neighborhood.
Ooh-wee, we're in the age of crack.
Oh, yeah, and needles, too. Needles are popping again.
You know what happened? I accidentally stepped on my mother's back, and it created a crack epidemic.
Well, there it goes.
Damn it.
Back to the live ones suck. I hate the guests. This is why we stopped having guests many years ago.
So, you got any highlights of Kill Tony out in Madison Square G?
My God, it was so cool. Big J crushed.
Really?
He pulled up a stool in front of fucking 18,000 people.
Wow.
And just got him on his wavelength. Dice at the Garden, turns, pops his collar up, and I was back in 7th grade.
Wow. Jeez.
He never answered that question. Yeah.
So who bombed?
Ooh.
Some of the bucket pulls bombed.
Sure.
Pretty bad. One guy bombed so hard, he's just a pretty boy. Just a pretty man. Everybody hated him. Tony was like, don't boo, but then he was like, oh, I'll allow this one.
Matt Rife was there?
That's who Jay had to follow. And he said, tell us one redeeming quality about yourself. And he goes, I played hockey in high school. And then just the rain of booze that came down on this rich kid. You were there?
No.
It sucked.
I heard you, because you whipped it out at the Forum in L.A., and then you got in a little trouble because there was like a 16-year-old in the front row.
Yeah.
And then...
That bald dude's 16? Oh,
Yeah.
right behind him. Okay.
No, that's a lesbian.
Oh,
but
okay.
you couldn't do it at the Garden. The Garden cracked the whip, and they said, hey,
They
no
said,
sack,
we got a
old
solid
man.
warning ahead of time about nudity. A long, 3-paragraph letter.
Jesus.
That pretty much was a second draft, with the first draft being, we mean you, Ari.
Wow. And what were they going to just be a fine? Or
They're like, we'll lose our liquor license.
Madison Square Garden would lose their liquor license?
Which that just, for sure, made me want to do it more.
The idea of there being an entire Ranger season with no beer is
I would
so fucking
affect the
funny.
sports season of that team. They could afford fewer free agents.
Oh, you would have sunk the arena.
Can you imagine the hatred if at a Kendrick Lamar concert they go, guys, there's no alcohol today because of Ari Shaffir.
If the blacks didn't hate the Jews enough. Oh, the Israelites.
You want Crown Royal, you can't even get Crown Heights.
There's no way they would lose their liquor license.
I don't
That's
know. No
crazy.
way. They're too unioned up, but they were like, you'll insult us, you'll insult all our sponsors. Here's a list of the 14 sponsors we have. It was crazy.
You're probably like all Jewish owned, too.
Yeah.
And your balls aren't just any balls.
That's right. They're
you guys
the balls.
seen his balls?
Wild. Hey!
No, come on. They're up close, these kids, these boys.
He's seen it.
If they had tea, I would have done it.
Yeah.
Could you couldn't fit them in that cup, could you?
No.
They're pretty big.
I mean, one on top of another, I could.
Yeah. Stack them.
All right. It's like migrants in an apartment.
Yeah. They move every which way.
Yeah. All right.
You ever twist them up and then let them like helicopter out?
It's like testicle Tetris.
Yeah.
Tetrical.
There it is.
All right. There we go. Woo, so it was a good.
Yeah, it was such
good
a fun time. All the old guys were
All
there.
right.
It felt like the Comedy Store in fucking 2002. I mean, Holtzman was on, just telling Billy Joel to kill himself in front of fucking 20,000 people.
Holtzman's the best.
He's the best.
Funny guy.
Yeah. God damn. Every it was stunt after stunt, all wrestling.
And then what about Rogers was throwing haymakers?
Yeah,
out
at the
there.
end, Aaron
Steve
Rodgers.
Rogers?
Steve Rogers came out fresh off a D. Yeah, he just thrown out. I saw him, Aaron Rodgers. He threw a couple. Then he was like, "Let me try to hit the upper deck." He didn't. And then I saw him like in his head. Was like, "Fuck this." And then he like really tried to get it up to the upper deck.
Aaron Rodgers was on stage at Kill Tony?
So was the Black Keys did 2 songs to
Whoa!
Wow.
open. Yeah. Who's the fat one with the fake tattoos?
David Lucas.
Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll.
I saw him putting on his fake tattoos, and then he came and saw. Oh yeah, they're fake. And
Oh, the tits are real.
he sang New York, New York to start. Marcus King played with. Everybody was there. It was fucking nutty.
What a night.
It was so crazy. There was free drinks.
They asked me to do it, but I was at Magoobies.
Oh.
Not even kidding. Every minute I was at Magoobies, it's like, this is a big mistake.
Oh. Rogan flew in for it. When he announced the dais the first day, he was like, "It's an Austin show. Let's have Shane Gillis, Joe Rogan." They went fucking ballistic.
Wow.
Oh my god.
But you should have seen Magoobies. I mean, it was the way they just fill half of it, the upper deck all empty, and you should taste these buffalo wings. They're boneless. They're half-price buffalo wings. You can't compare that to MSG.
That's true.
How do they get the bone out of there?
That's what I don't understand.
Unbelievable. It's a high-end establishment.
Yeah. Well, what can you do? I've made
Yeah.
some mistakes.
Yeah.
Luis Gomez killed.
That's not true.
Everybody. Yeah, it is. Who was there? I'm telling you, man. I was as disappointed as you were.
I heard he was in sweatpants. He didn't know he was going on. He thought he was just hanging. They were like, you got to get on stage right now.
Yeah, they're like, "Where's Lewis? He's going on next." And I'm like, and I was texting him frantically, called him 5 times, wasn't
Yes,
answering.
he got stuck
He
in the
wasn't
elevator.
answering. No, he eventually got to the elevator. I had to call Christine Okerson. I'm like, "Where's Lewis?" She goes, "He's right here. He's ignoring your calls. What's going on?" And then I was like, "You're on next." He ran in and he fucking brought him right on. It was fucking wild.
Wow.
That's
man.
exciting.
Oh, man, so many of these comics now say they did The Garden.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tony got us there.
Whoa.
Yeah, they're all homophobic, and yet one helped us all.
I did the Garden. I did it 3 times with Louis. One of the times, it was just me opening, and I did 20 minutes, and it was
Wow.
tough.
Yeah.
It wasn't good. And then I've told the story before, but I did a joke. And you know, sometimes you're bombing, you do a joke, and one guy laughs, and you go, "This guy gets it." I almost did that at Madison Square Garden. One guy in the 3s just goes, "Ha ha ha," like just laughing. I was like, and I caught myself. I'm like, let me just not
Yeah.
point out that 1 out of 18,000 is laughing. But it was rough. And then Louis had a tough one, too. We went out for a nice meal, and he's like, that crowd sucked. And I was like, right?
I was at that show.
You were?
Yeah, you said that was the worst one of the run because I was the last one at it.
Yeah, he did 8 at the Garden.
Wow.
And the 8th one, I think it was like people that finally were like, all right, fine, we'll see him.
Yeah.
But we're not going to laugh.
Damn.
And it was rough. I mean, that's a lonely feeling, bombing at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, I bombed once at Olive Garden.
Have you ever done it? Have you ever done Madison Square
I
Garden?
did, yeah. I actually followed Madonna on one of the shows.
What?
And she bombed so bad
She
that...
did stand-up. That made you want to do music.
Yes. Well, I actually fucked Jeter. No. No, she fucked A-Rod. Sorry. I fucked that up.
Fix it in post.
Wrong ambiguously ethnic baseball player. But... What is A-Rod? Dominican?
Dominican.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the best players are. Huh?
Okay.
Oh. All right.
No say.
But yeah, Madonna's like, I want to do 5. And everybody's like, okay, you're Madonna. They let her on. And she ate shit. And then I got to go on and go, hey, how about that whore? Or whatever, you know? And yeah, she sucked. Who the fuck was that? You know? And make fun of Madonna. And then I had a decent set because she did so bad.
Oh, wow. She really had a la bomb eater.
Boy, oh boy.
There's got to be one more in the back pocket.
There you go, boys. Eat up. Enjoy it.
What'd you find him at a hot dog stand, or what do you call it? A magazine stand? I'm telling you, they're hard to
Bodega,
find.
literally the bodega up a block.
They're all over town.
block?
They're like, do you have Famous Amos? He goes, yeah, I mean, we can't keep him fast enough, but like,
Well, they're not
we got 'em now.
Queens, I'll tell you that. They're not at Hudson News. They're not at Chipotle or Subway.
I mean, you're gonna fuck yourself. You're gonna get 9 million messages. Hey, I'm at the Cleveland airport. They got Famous Amos.
it
They're
out.
lousy.
Check it out, you loser.
Please,
They're
send them my
so
way.
dry. They're so bad.
They're not a great cookie. They're a little hard and dry.
Yeah, they're
But they're
fucking.
fun. It's nostalgic. You can toss them. It's a bag.
Yeah. What about Cookie Crisp cereal? You ever fuck with that?
No, I don't know that.
Not a fan. I thought it was pretty good, but I was, 9 or whatever.
Yeah, they're all right.
I've told this story many times. I tried to do it as a bit, but I was at Panera Bread one time, and there was a guy next to me on the phone, and he goes, he's on the phone like this. He goes, I told you, I'm at the cookie joint. The cookie joint. He's at Panera Bread. He calls Panera Bread the cookie joint.
Wow.
It's not even like, no one even thinks about
Side
cookies at Panera Bread. It has bread in the, like, wouldn't it be the bread joint?
Yeah, the bread
Right.
sandwich
But
spot.
he doubled down, the cookie joint, and you can imagine the other guy going, what cookie joint? The cookie joint. And it's still one of the 10 funniest things I've ever heard in my life. To be like he thought this guy was going to be like, oh, yeah, Panera Bread, the cookie
Yeah.
joint. They got salads and mac and cheese and
Asian fella?
coffee. He was Asian, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it is weird when people say, I grew up with a guy who would go, you watched Bart Simpson last night? Like, what do you mean, Bart said, I watched The Simpsons. He's like, yeah, Bart Simpson.
That's hilarious.
People just pick their favorite thing about the show and call the show that thing. That's like if I walked into my house, I'm like, hey, what's up, vagina? To my wife. Hey, tits, how you doing there?
That could be a bit. That's not bad.
Yeah, it could be something.
I would tell you the time when we were young boys in my neighborhood. We're all like 10 years old, and me and my buddy, we were trying to trick our other buddy. Oh, I won't say their names, but he was a little more retarded than us.
Okay.
And we were running up. I spilled it. I said his name by accident.
You
His
did?
name was a little more retarded than us.
Oh, it is.
Jones. Anyways, we were running up and pretending to smack our head on the wall. Like we were doing like a, like
Yes,
that.
classic.
And we
Fun
started
one.
doing it full speed, and we were like, it's fun. It's like, it gives you a rush. And so we were doing this, and my buddy was like, oh yeah, I'll do that. And he ran, just like hands by his side, full tilt, boo! And like, it was one of those things where you're like, somehow I didn't see this going this way. I don't know what I thought was gonna happen, but he went boom, and he just like stumbled back and totally fell down like on his ass. Like,
Wow.
not fully unconscious, but like 60% unconscious. Like you could see him kind of going back, and you're just like, yeah, you did it wrong, man. Like we didn't want to be like, we were just kidding.
Yeah.
She just had to be like, oh, it must hit people differently. Let's
Wow.
do something else.
He just didn't realize you guys were doing the smack.
He had no idea. Like we were very convincing, and so I don't know why. He was a little off, but he was more off after that.
Yeah.
But did you ever have a childhood like I'll do this, and then you're like I shouldn't have done that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, comedy for you, obviously, but
We had the guy who would do anything you asked. You go, hey, go up and punch that dude in the face, and he would just do it.
right.
A great guy to have around.
That's Lewis.
Yeah, basically. Hey, I dare you to go up on Madison Square Garden with sweatpants. All right, I'll do it. But this guy, we got him to climb an electric fence. Wow. He really, it was like, it was like out of a Home Alone movie. He just jumped on it like, and then blasted off backwards. Good times.
Jurassic Parked himself.
It's crazy, too. We weren't filming any of that. We were just doing that on our own volition. Now that would be all content and fun. And that's how they got Jackass, I guess.
I saw my uncle's an electrician / fireman / plowman / Air Force. Really did it all.
Yeah, real renaissance.
But electrician was at the bottom of the list, and I watched him electrocute himself. And it's quite a sight to see someone get electrocuted. Because I was like helping him. I was like the helper, and he was doing a thing, and he's like, yeah, all you got to do is you do this, and then you got to snip that. And he goes, "Gook," and he went, ah, and he fell back, and his ankles just went up, and it looked like he skidded probably 3 inches, but it looked like a foot, and he went, ah, and then he just came down. And I'm like 10, so I was like, it's hard not to be like, and when you're like a boy, you don't know to be like, fuck, are you okay? Should I call? You don't know what to do. But so I was just like, you're just useless.
Right.
And also I'm afraid to touch him because I'm afraid I'll die. So I just kind of stood over him like, that was crazy, man.
Yeah.
And he's got to get up and brush his tits off and be like, sorry.
One time I was in the kitchen alone. When you're a boy, you got a whole summer off, you're just fucking around. So you go, I'm going to make a super concoction and drink it, and then I'll be like a superhero.
I did that many times, yeah.
Okay, so I'm mixing up a little granola. You pour some milk in there. You pour a little this, a little that, a little orange juice, a little red wine, and I hit it with insect spray. So I go, well, I shouldn't have all this. I'll give some to my mom. I was trying to be thoughtful, and, she's a busy lady. I figure I'll help her out with this secret concoction. And she's a nice lady, so she hit it, and she was like, was there bug poison in that? And I went, you better believe it, bitch. That's the secret sauce.
Okay,
and she was like, ah! She had to call animal control or poison control or whatever, and I was like, this lady doesn't get it at all, freaking out.
Mothers never think it's funny when you almost kill them.
Yeah.
I had a guy, I lived when I went to New York Film Academy, as did you.
Yes,
did
yes.
you go?
No.
You fucked up.
Well, you invested.
What's that?
You invested in films.
Oh, that's cool. I see. And the weather.
Yes.
But I shared
You're welcome for today.
I shared.
It was a beautiful day.
I shared a one-bedroom with a guy, and we had roaches, because it was the East Village. It was 420... East 1st Street, between East 13th, between 1st and Avenue A. Doesn't matter. I just feel like the more details, you'd be like, oh, this happened. So
sure.
We were in the apartment, and we were infested with roaches. And for some reason, he thought you had to unload on each roach. So he'd be like, and I'm like, you're gonna kill us. I'm gonna die at 51 because this fucking asshole. I'm like, you don't have to spray in the eyes. Literally, it's poison.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it would be like a puddle. It would be wet, and he'd wait for the bug to fucking die. And I'm like, just give it a squirt. There's no windows here. Seriously, we're gonna die. It would reek, and I would come home, and it would just fucking reek of rain. And I'm like, this is really not good. And that's what sucks about life. Literally, I'm gonna die like at 61, and I'm
Right.
gonna be on my bed whittling. I'll look like him now, and I'm gonna be like, the Raid, you fucking idiot.
Yeah. Does he have kids now, this guy?
I haven't talked to him. He was very wealthy. He was like, it was like one of those weird things where you could tell he came from like a rich family, and they're like, yeah, you want to go to it for a year. Like my family, it was like, okay, this is all of our money, so please make movies.
Right,
And I was like, you got it. And I just pissed it all away and drank, and I made a movie later, but it didn't do so hot. But yeah, I think I don't know, he's got like an island or something now.
Wow. Yeah, remember the Raid with the lighter?
Oh yeah.
Or
That
hairspray?
ruled.
That was a
Yeah.
good time.
God, and every kid would pass that down to the next generation and let them know it's possible.
You better believe it. That was a big deal.
Sign your name on the wall and then like light it, watching cursive light up.
Oh yeah.
And then every now and then it would suck back in, and the can almost exploded.
I
Ever
had
throw
that-
a can on a fire?
Oh, yeah. My grandmother threw a fire extinguisher, ironically, into a bonfire, blew up, got her in the leg, shattered the tibia.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
What was she?
Died instantly. No. But she was wheelchair bound after that.
And then
Why did she throw it? Did she think that's how you extinguished fires?
Well, she lived in Slidell, Louisiana on the bayou. So she was like, it was like a country lady. So that's how you got rid of the garbage. There was no garbage truck.
Wow.
Yeah.
wait,
Well,
I just,
natural selection, I guess.
I guess so, yeah.
I did this as a bit years ago on my Comedy Central half hour, but my Uncle Dale, we all know Uncle Dale.
Dale.
Sure,
Dale.
Big Dick Dale.
Huge cock, great fireman, also a fireman, a plumber. And he was my babysitter. And, my cousin went to, I changed the story slightly for the bit to make it less convoluted, but this is a story
Nice.
podcast. Thank you, Matt. That's
Thank
Salacuse,
you.
everybody. Did you guys know Salacuse?
Hey, thank you.
That's him,
Hey.
the man, the myth, the legend.
Yes, the famous Amos getter.
Yeah. But anyway, so he was my cousin, we're all the same age. It's a fucked up, Boston family. Everyone's grandma, uncle, everyone through the family is 3 years apart. So my cousin was like 13, my uncle's 14, I'm like 8. My cousin goes to the bathroom, and then my uncle is like, I'm gonna spray fire. He takes potpourri, and he's like, he turns up all the lights, and he takes a lighter and shoots a fireball at my cousin
Yes.
as a gag.
Right.
This is like 1989. That was like a bit. You're like, all right, when he comes back from the bathroom, all the lights will be out, and we'll shoot a ball of fire at his face.
Yes.
It's gonna be hilarious. And I was a kid, and I'm like, I don't know about this bit.
Yeah.
Couldn't we tie his shoes together, or put gum in his hair, or something fun, suck his dick, whatever?
Yeah.
So we turn the lights off, and I'm just petrified of the dark, let alone the fireball. I'm
Sure.
like, I don't think we should be doing this, Uncle Dale. He shoots the fire, and it goes, and it just goes like Home Alone down the hallway. My cousin goes, "Ow! Ah!" And he's doing this thing, and my Uncle Dale goes, "You gotta be kidding me!" And he throws the thing down, turns the lights. He's like, "Fuck off, fuck! What the fuck?" And then my cousin goes, "Ah, just kidding." And now I'm like, you're both fucking piece of shit assholes. Like, my uncle's like, we'll shoot fire at his face as a bit. And my cousin immediately, just like, without even having time to think, is like, oh, he's shooting fire. I'll make him think he burned my face off.
Right.
And I'm like, I hate it here. Like, please, come home. There's no cell phones to be like, come home immediately. They're shooting fire. And I actually don't know who's more fucked up. Which one of them? To not immediately be like, oh, don't shoot fire. But he was like, yes-anded it. Was like, oh!
He got him back, though. He scared the shit out of Dale.
Oh, yeah, no, Dale was like, Dale was the pranked.
He flipped it. He jujitsu.
He
no
really
offense.
flipped him, yeah. But the real prank was my parents leaving me with these fucking complete lunatics
Sure.
who are like the same age. That was the other thing, too, about the 80s. You'd be like, well, he's 8. We'll leave him with a 12-year-old. No big deal.
Right.
He's your uncle. Should be fine.
Yeah, it'll be good. We had another one where I was driving from my parents' house to Billerica, Massachusetts, which is where my cousin lived. And my uncle's 16. He just got his license. I'm 12. And my mother's like, all right, call me when you get there. And it's like an hour and 10-minute trip. And of course, my uncle drives 350 miles an hour the whole way because he's 16. So I just did what I was told. I got home and I called my mother. I was like, hey, we're here. And she goes, no, you're not. And I was like, what do you mean? Yeah, we're here. And she's like, put Dale on the phone.
Oh,
Because he
shit.
drove like 90 miles an hour. She's like, there's no, how did you fucking get there that
48
fast?
minutes.
And so then you just hear it like a cartoon, like, you motherfucker, made the shit on the other side of the phone. And then he hangs up and he's like, you fucking pussy, F-word, piece of shit. You're a fucking rat. And I'm like, she told me to call when I got here, you piece of shit. You drove 300. That's not my fault.
Right.
Anyways, now he's a civil servant.
Yeah. You got some crazy childhood stories from the 30s, huh? You lived out in Maryland, right? That's like
Maryland.
Sticksville.
No, it was just the suburbs. It was pretty normal, but it was such a fucking different world.
You ever do Magoobies?
I did do Magoobies. I've done it twice.
Yeah, one of the best.
I don't draw well there.
Nobody
either.
does.
I got the club owner one time. I was like, hey, sorry, I'm not drawing well. It was like right after COVID. Yeah, it's fine. I'm like, no, I mean, I know it's not good. Sorry. He goes, yeah, what's up with the numbers?
It's in Timonium.
It's in Timon. I grew up in Maryland. I've never heard of that city.
Wow.
Yeah, great club though.
No, it's a good club.
Good pit beef.
Yeah. But nothing. Noah never got stuffed in a locker. You never
Let me
fucked
try
your
to think.
sister.
Yeah, my brother-in-law, before he became a brother, hung me over a stairwell by my feet.
Whoa.
Yeah, he was a bully. He was a real bully.
Yeah.
Should have let go.
Suge Knight. No, he said Suge
Suge
Knight.
Knight. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. And
But like tied, wait, with a rope or with his
no,
hands?
just with his hands.
Damn.
Yeah, looking back, he's not that strong. He's like 5'7". Back then, he was like a monster.
Yeah. What'd you owe him?
Nothing. He was just a fucking dick.
Jesus.
That is a dick move.
Yeah, I was just scared forever to go near stairwells. Couldn't go near a stairwell. And then I saw the movie, the Hitchcock movie.
Vertigo.
Yeah,
We saw it in the theater together.
it's frightening on a different level.
We go to Hitchcock every year. Every October, we go to Hitchcocktober.
Hitchcocktober.
Oh, that's fun.
We pretend to like it, and
Yeah. So cutting edge. So cutting edge. That's all you gotta do when you leave.
Remember, this year we had a weirdo there. He was like a fan. He sat in the aisle chatting us up. Me up, more specifically.
I told you that we went to It's a Wonderful Life. They played at the IFC Center every Christmas.
Oh, the best. I used to go every year.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So me and this girl I was seeing at the time, we said, let's take a couple edibles, have a few cocktails, sit in the back and crack wise. So we go there. There's 3 people in there. They're all spread out. We're in the back. We're hammered. It's like 2 PM. And we're like, look at this piece of shit. Oh, George Bailey's a fag, whatever, you know. And, 30 minutes goes by, and this guy 2 seats in front of us stands up, and he goes, shut the fuck up. I used to come here with my dad. He died recently. You're ruining everything. And we're drunk and high, so we're like, ah! You know?
Best thing you could have said.
Yeah, and we're like, okay. And we just got the hell out of there and then giggled all the way home.
We did that once where they took us to some movie, and then the parents were going to see Beaches.
What?
And our movie was a comedy, so it ended early. It ended 30 mints early. And we're waiting on the lobby for a while for our parents. And we're like, oh, fucking, let's just go in there. And we watched, so no emotional build. We just came in at the end of Beaches. Here's just a few strangers.
Right.
And one of them's dead. And then we saw, she was like giving an emotional thing. And the shadow on Bette Midler's like microphone was right on her fucking cleavage. And we're like, love to be those tits right now. What a nice fucking shadow. And all these women are like, you sure terrible man.
Good tits, Bette Midler. And
Yeah.
great talent.
Very talented.
I have 2 movie theater stories similar to that. One was I saw Flight 93.
Oh, yeah.
That's the movie where they take the plane down, let's roll.
9/11.
Oh, yeah.
9/11, that's right. And when it ended, I was with Tom. It was like a packed theater, and I was with Tom Dustin, and it ended, and I just went, I smell a sequel. And he just burst out laughing because it's a funny line, but no one hears my line. So literally, the movie ends with like the plane crashing, and Tom's like, ha ha ha. It's like. And everyone was like, "You motherfucker!" It came out in like '04. This is like fresh, and everyone was really upset with him. But it felt good because I was the guy behind the thing. And then I saw Rushmore in the theater. Still one of my favorite films all time.
Great movie.
Masterpiece, back when Wes Anderson was great. And me and my friend Mike Robinson, for whatever reason, we were just gassy, and we were just farting it up the whole time. And we were loving the movie, but we just had our feet up. And then there was a mother and son in front of us, and she kept being like, "You motherfucker." So it was making us want to fart more. So we were pushing them out and like nearly shitting our pants. Just
Yeah.
and then when about 3/4 of the way through the movie, she just stood up and went, "You guys need to get your ass checked out." And we just died laughing because she said it singular. She said ass. Like we shared ass.
That's such a mom thing to say, too.
You're still trying to lead. I love when you need to laugh a little and you're just not allowed, so it builds up way, way more.
Oh, yeah.
We had one time, we were in Israel at a kibbutz, and this lady who ran the canteen, ran like the market.
October 7th?
No,
Oh, okay.
well before
All
that.
right.
Well before that.
All right.
And she was telling us about starting a settlement after the Holocaust and tell us about the Holocaust and how terrible it was and trying to, like, you know, people attacking their village and stuff like that. And then my friend just goes, "Ask her when they're getting more marshmallows." It's the same thing.
I saw American Pie in the theater, black theater, and we were the two white people. And black people are funny in the theater, you know?
Yeah.
And it's not even that great of a story, but you've seen the movie, when the kid fucks the pie and he's just plowing it, and then they show the pie, and it's all mangled and beaten, and this black kid goes, "Damn, he tore that shit up!" And popcorn went in the air. Everybody was going nuts. People were doing cartwheels. It was crazy, and it was Kamala Harris. It was weird. So yeah,
She's got my vote.
Well, speaking of having to laugh, wanting to laugh and not being able to laugh, today we might be Sarah and I did We Might Be Drunk, the podcast. Because
hey,
he might be drunk, and we had to bring the baby because you know. What's that?
What? Your mom's gay?
We had to bring the baby. And so Karen Fian is our babysitter, so she came. So then afterwards, we were going downtown. So me, Sam, Mark, Karen, the baby, were all in one big lift. SUV. And Mark and Sam live in the village for the time being. So we dropped them off, and as Mark's getting out, he goes, "All right, see you guys. Bye, Karen. Bye. Scoot-a-boo-ba-da-boo-ba-da-boo-ba-da-boo."
He had
and
a
then
crazy
just shuts
name.
the door, and the guy's like, "Who the fuck is that man? That is not my name. Why does he call me that?"
Oh,
I'm
really?
Like, I go, "Oh, I don't know. I never heard of him. He's a piece of shit. He's a hobo. I just picked him up."
Oh, I didn't know that.
But it's
Sorry.
the old gag when you're getting off the elevator. You go, "Hey, thanks for blowing me," as
Yes,
the doors close, and you
yes.
leave the guy.
Oh, I had no idea.
The whole ride we're going, "I don't know. I think he was having an allergic reaction. I don't think he was talking about you."
Well,
That's
when
her
you-
nickname. We call her Scoop-a-doo-boo-boo.
Well, when you ordered the Uber, you showed us the name, and it had like 9 consonants in it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so I was like, "Oh, that's funny."
Upside down letters. And
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
But the guy's like, "He hurt my feelings. I know him."
No way.
Scoop-a-doo-ba-doo. I made up the feelings part, but
I hope I didn't hurt your rating there, Fatty.
the rest, I know. I definitely got 1 star.
Oh, man. Well, he was a great driver, and he's welcome in our country.
Yeah. No, he was fantastic. That was fun, though. It's fun to have a bunch of people in a car.
That was a good time.
Isn't it fun? You ever get in a car, there's like 8 of you and your friends in the car, and you just feel like everyone's on in the car.
Yes.
You're funnier in the car.
Yeah.
I was in Cleveland with
No, I know. It just turned on.
Okay,
about
okay.
30 minutes ago.
with
Okay.
Adrian.
Just checking.
We
There
gotta
was a
wrap up.
snowstorm coming in, and we weren't gonna be able to get out the next day. Sal was in town with Veter at the same time, and he's like, "Hey, fuck it, I'll get us a hotel in Detroit. Let's just drive to Detroit." Fly
Sal
out of there."
Volcano.
Yeah, the whole way, all just goofing on everybody, and then I was controlling the Spotify. Every third song was Nikki Glazer's Bob Saget song.
Oh, that's inside. They don't know what that is, but it's pretty cringy. That's all you need to know.
It was fun.
That's a good
Yeah,
time.
all right. Well,
Well, you really brought the heat, Ari.
should have bought another bag. Should have brought another bag of Famous Amos.
Damn, you tore that story up.
All right, we do have to go. They turned us on. Thank you guys so much for coming. That was
You guys are
so
great.
fun.
What a crowd. Ari Shaffir, let him hear it. Come on.
Thank you, Louis.
Salacuse, Famous Amos. Thank you. Here, take the water. Have a good night. Thank you.
This is the stories, everybody! Yeah! You guys have a good show?